And we sound good.
Hello, everybody. Because I know you're going to be there soon.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I don't know if I have the restream. Let's find out. Fudge. We're not showing up, are we?
Not right at the moment.
Oh, thank God.
There he is. There he is. Hey.
We might not have many people on today.
Good morning, people.
So,
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's. Got my Irish gloves, got my Irish shirt, my Irish button, and my purple hair.
That's okay.
Hey, you want an Irish button so you don't feel left out?
Oh,
here you go.
I'll wear the Irish
there
button.
You go.
I'm wearing green.
Okay.
It's lovely.
I have my little mixture over
2
here.
minutes until showtime.
Weird not having Otis in the room. Decided to eat breakfast now. I don't know why. Happy St. Top of the morning, dear.
YouTube is live, but we can
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, you can pull up YouTube if you want to. Oh. You know, this morning I was looking for a gigantic, ridiculous-looking green bow for the top of my head.
Aww.
I'll have to make one for next year. I wanted this big, oversized, ridiculous bow on my head.
I'm gonna look through my stuff at home because my grandmother had a bow maker, and maybe I can't promise I still have it.
Oh, I know how to make them. I just didn't have anything to make it with. So, yeah, I just thought it would look funny. You know, St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
Something
yes,
I would never wear in my hair.
Coffee, right?
Yeah, coffee. All right.
So New Bedford, where we are from, is very well known from around marathon time. So when you have marathons, like today they're throwing a marathon in the city for St. Patrick's Day, which is actually probably starting kicking off right now.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that when we go live.
Oh.
Yes, when we go live, when it does all the things, because, you know, my cousin is running in that.
Oh,
Always
cool.
does, yeah. And we have another birthday today. Yes, another birthday in my family.
Yes.
Oh. Come on. Oh, okay. I have a ridiculous bow in my hair. Oh. Are we going any?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Long Talk Radio.
CEO of the ATU Network. This work is protected by Creative Commons license.
For the next 2 fun-filled hours, get ready to learn something new, be inspired, enlightened, spooked, helped, laugh, cry, and be awakened. And now, your host of Awakening the Unknown. You never know what these two will be up to next. So please welcome Susan Swanbeck
and Stephanie Pereira. Woo! Well, top of the morning to y'all. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
Happy. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful St. Patty's Day, starting the morning off with chakras and then either going for your running in a race or going to your parades or having your corned beef and cabbage.
Yes.
So we have a race down here too, don't we?
Yes, we do. New Bedford's big on marathons, so we
Yep.
have a marathon. It's just kicking off now as we're getting started too. So you'll see the city's going to be shut down for a little bit because we are a small city. So
Yeah,
the
we are.
marathon literally hits the whole city.
So good luck to my cousin Jason Laviolette, who's running in there.
Good luck.
Good luck. He doesn't need it. He runs all the time. He runs like 13, 14, 15 miles. To him, it's nothing.
Yep.
To me, it's like, weekers! So I also wanted to say happy birthday to my daughter-in-law, Maria.
Oh, it's Maria's birthday.
Maria! Happy birthday, Maria! Maria. Bo's wife, Maria. She's a sweetheart. So happy birthday to her, too. So anybody, if you're wondering about my strange little things over here.
I know. I see some stuff added to the group today.
Yes.
Which is cool. So, yes, I'm interested to see what you got going on over there. I see a little elemental things going.
Yeah.
So my mind's open like,
what is she doing now? Well, it's St. Patty's Day. Of course. So, and of course it's Healing Sundays. So,
it is.
I wanted to give you guys what I could for information on the healing aspects of the Celts.
Okay. Yes.
The Celtics, original Irish tribe, but there are actually 10 healing elements that the Celts work with. Okay.
Interesting.
Yes, 10. The first one, of course, is water.
Good old H2O.
Okay, water. Water includes lakes, streams, rivers, springs, and wells, and actually have been held in deep respect. They Celtics actually honor them, and they are places to actually visit when you're on your pilgrimage, which is when you're on one of your quests. Right. The power of water has a refreshing, hydrating, and rejuvenating powers.
Good morning, Ronald.
That call the Celts, and that's it. They call to us water, and that's why I'm like constantly have to go with the water. Do you notice this freaking out over there?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
that's interesting.
It looks like my shirt's lighting up, and it's not.
I know, that's cool.
So I'll go, woo! So that's pretty good. So now, actually, of course, you bathe in it, but most people, the shallow banks is usually where they bathe, but the waters are actually very sacred to the Celts.
Yes.
So water is a correspondence of fertility symbol, actually found in a cauldron of Dagana, and in baths and in sanctuaries. So these are all things that they actually use it. And also, if you follow along, breathes well. Okay, that's also why water is extremely important there. Good morning, everybody. Now, the next element that Celts work with, because we work with 10.
Yes.
So, which is why everybody looks at us like we're nuts. So, but, consider when some of the information I'm going to give you, to please don't scare away from me. I really don't harm anybody. No, so, all right, so herbs. Sacred herbs. Sacred herbs are very, very important. They're actually most of the herbs that the Celtics work with, which is why they got a lot of the bad reps. Right. They actually work with a lot of the herbs from their burial sites.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. A lot of burial sites. Also, ritual shafts, which most of the time they were underground when they did their rituals. Okay, they weren't above ground. We're talking 400 to 500
right. And a lot
BCE.
Of that
stuff so a lot of it was right. So, and of course, they're handed down actually by folklore stories. And through the folklores and through the informational stories that you actually give, that's how everybody seems to, retain their knowledge. Okay. But see, here's the other thing. It's the same thing. This is why I say it's very close to Native American. There's hand-me-down recipes, but to tell the story of plants. Okay. So like the Native American would, in other words, worship. In other words, whatever you take, you give back. It's very similar. Okay. So, and that's where the two actually come into town there. And again, I just wanted to give you guys a brief history before we're going on, because of course it's St. Patty's Day.
Absolutely.
There you go. So, and they do this herbs basically. We have bilberry, burdock, mistletoe, willow's bark is another good one, and those are some of the herbs that they actually worked with. Some of them are not really known for their taste, but their color and their metaphysical healing aspects. Absolutely. So a lot of them really do work very well. Now, the next element we work with, of course, is, shocker, stones! Most everybody knows stone is a form of a divination tool. Yep. Most of the Celts, which I am going to start doing on YouTube only, I will be giving you a rune of the day. All of the Celts do read runes. Okay. I don't do the runes because it's a little, So I'll be giving you guys a rune of the day over on our YouTube page. Yes. So what I'll be doing. So a lot of us, we had our symbols actually carved within the stones. Okay. They, some of them, some traditions use the bones, and we used actual stones is what we carved them in. We also actually. Standing stone, like Stonehenge, winter solstice, all of these actual things is anything, and you'll see markers. You'll see the actual Celtic markers in some of these sites that were actually used.
Absolutely.
Right. So, and again, you're going to find them in England. You're going to find them in Scotland. You're also going to find them in...
agate. Ronald Sharon agate was very big, I guess. It must have been a common use.
Yeah.
She's smiling, so she must have something.
Yeah. So these are all things that are actually going to help you out. And again, I'm not going to give you everything. Mm-hmm. So, but let's see. The reverse touch use. Okay. And again, they use it altars, mass rockets, like the Stonehenge and everything. Those were made very well to hold the energy because Celts were very sacred to that. Like, they held the energy, and that's why a lot of time when they were underground, there was a lot of stone around them. Right. There was a lot of earthy elements as well.
Right. I would assume like they're kind of like conductors as well of that energy. So
that's why they went under the ground. Now,
morning, Christy.
And again, most of the time their altars were made out of mass rocks, very large rocks. That's where their altars. Now the Leafel is
Leafel.
Leia, Lia, Lei. Fail. Well, it's pronounced weird. But anyways, that's the Stone of Destiny. So just to let you know, there's a lot of actual stones, and of course the stones, Jacob's Pillar. And this is where actually the High King of Ireland were crowned. Okay. Just to let you know. So there's a lot of going on there. So, and again, I'm just skimming through because I'm not going to give you guys
so a lot of these areas are sacred, territorial type.
Yes, very sacred.
That were marked with
very sacred. Also, the Earth Navel, which is considered the meeting place between the living mortals and the gods of the dead. Okay. So that's another one. It's called the Navel Stone. And another name for it is the Earth Navel. So, and of course, lo and behold, fire. Fire!
You need to fire.
We make a fire. So fire is really good.
Yes, happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Oh, it's Christy. So fire. Fire is extremely important and actually has been used for its power in healing, purging, cleansing properties. The elements of fire on a Celtic healing offering as like tools. In other words, they would burn and make their tools within the fire, and that's how they would actually be cleansed. Now, in many of the major holidays and seasons of transition, fire, smoke, and ashes were deemed to have protective properties. Okay. So they didn't throw anything away. When they burned their herbs and their sacred abilities in order to heal, they actually maintained the ashes. Did you ever notice I never emptied that?
Yes.
Yeah, lift that up for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Now she knows why whenever I burn anything in this, if you guys can see this, I never empty it. I save everything. And there's a reason for that, because what I'm actually doing, I can take with me and continue on, because we do have that belief. Now, there's something a little wacky over here, so bear with me here, guys, but I'm going to let you in on a little bit of the wackiness and where we got this actually going on. So, crows were actually driven between two pillars of fire as a cleansing ritual, while the tribes would jump over the bonfire to achieve fertility, prosperity, and protection. Fires actually lit represent stages of the sun and its light and all good.
Okay.
Right. So that's why the sun is also, the Native Americans would worship the sun. To us, the fire was the sun. It both represented it. So when the sun was down, we still maintained that.
Nice.
So, and again, you know, all that, like, Jack be nimble, Jack be trick, Jack jumped over the candlestick. Yeah, well, literally, we used to jump over the bonfire. Nice. So hopefully they didn't build a big one back then. So another element, believe it or not, music.
But, you know, before we get to the music, if cross-cultural, that jumping over fire is something that's many cultures,
many cultures, right?
Fire as a sacred form element, you know, doing a lot of these things. So
right.
That I can see that being a big
now music. Now you got to remember, music, any kind of music. You know, they would have, and they'd sit there and they'd beat and they'd drum, or they would hum, or they would sing, or music was very, very, very important to the Celts.
And you don't need instruments
Right.
either. People
No, you don't.
do music. You can use anything. We've seen that happen
Yeah.
before. You can be very creative.
Literally.
Yep, Pat, yeah, see?
Like, Queen.
Yep, boom, there you go.
There you go.
So you get yourself in these,
Yeah, Queen.
things.
See, it's more of a mystical connection to the Celts. Music is a very spiritual, mystical connection to them.
Yes.
And it helped raise their consciousness. And that's why, big on music. Now, nature. The only thing I found was a picture there. So I was going to buy a plant, and I'm saying, no, got cats and a dog. So actually, nature in all its glory and destruction were actually feared and honored. Both.
Yes.
You were both feared and honored as far as nature. Now you have to actually understand its approach through the rhythm of the seasons. And that's why the Celtics' main holidays were the seasons. The change of seasons.
Yes.
Right, the equinox. This is what it was. Not the minor holidays, but the major ones.
Right.
Those are the ones that were most celebrated by us. And again, it's the location where the tide, the moon, weather divination is another thing that some Celts do actually hold dear. Trees were seen and revered as ancient elders. There's actually a book of trees.
Yes, and that's also similar to Native American as well, isn't it?
Right. Well, Native Americans were white birch. Very sacred to white birch. White birch was very sacred to them. A lot of the oak trees, certain oaks. Elder oak, the green man. So all of these things were actually very sacred to us. And they used them, and again, like ancient hilltops, they were actually used as divination tools, the elements of these. So now, symbols. Don't have any symbols to show you, believe it or not, because I would have to kind of lift my shirt up to show you my Celtic symbol. So let's see. I've got a Celtic cross here. Those of you that do view in, you know that I have my clatter right here on my arm with my 4-leaf clover. I have my Celtic cross, which is very large, and on my back. These are symbols that I carry with me everywhere. So I do have a lot of, some of the ancient symbols are a little smaller, and you can't really see them. My husband did. So, but that's the past. So, and here's the other thing, storytelling. Celtics were very well known for their stories, for their excitement, for getting the excitement of their stories actually through and teaching lessons and bringing you in and helping you to understand and to see. Some of this knowledge sometimes that they're sharing is might seem way out in left field, but there's a reason for it. I always tell you guys, hug a tree. Why am I saying that? Why do I tell you to hug a tree?
You want to have the tree feel love too, right?
Do you know if you don't have a compass, if you know which way the moss grows on the tree, this is something I'm going to make you guys right now. If you know which way the moss grows on the tree, you'll never get lost in a forest.
Oh, wow.
You will always know which direction is north, south, east, and west.
That's good to know.
Okay? So there's a reason I tell you guys to get to know your trees. They can actually help you out that way. Now, stories also gave people their identity, is the other thing that it did. Not only did it teach the younger generation or the generations up and coming what to do, so they were told through words, not through books, but through words, through the actual words. I don't know. Maybe that's why I kind of like doing this. So, all right. So now deities, of course, is the other element that they actually work with. They've actually played a major role in construction, the fabric of the Celtic crutch.
Lori said north.
North. So, now there are a lot of there's one more. There's a lot of deities right now. Again, everybody knows Morgana, Breed, Angus, also known as Angus, which is actually the god of love and youth. Then you're dealing with Duna, which is the monarch of power. So, and you have a lot of different other symbols. Shamahain. There's a lot of different, and of course, the god of good, which is Dagna. So, there's a lot, and of course, Breed, fire, inspiration, hearth, and forge. Right. So you're dealing with a lot of different deities as far as what particular area you actually came from, and of course, the most important one is the rituals. Believe it or not, this actually gave them the opportunity for a fresh start. Every seasonal change was a fresh start. To them, it was a new year.
Right.
It was a new time, a new beginning. We didn't wait once a year. It was every single season. So it was a way to actually reboot your lives for your intentions, your goals. And again, not much actually has been recorded for the healing rites. It's something that you find in the sacred cave for those that out there that do understand what that is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a bit of Irish information out there for you guys.
Yes.
And of course, my Irish is my Celtic side. So, and again, there's some information I'm just not going to give you guys. I'm sorry. but some I actually will. And I think that just knowing different histories and how we all merge together, it's very important. It really is. So, and again, see? Okay, moss grows north. Yes. So now you never get lost in a forest.
You know.
You will never, ever, ever get lost in a forest. So,
All right.
what do you say we get on with
Healing Sunday.
yeah, Healing Sundays? Oh my goodness. So how are you guys doing?
Yes. What have you guys been up to this week? Me for one, I'm learning that Mercury retrograde just fatigues me out. Like I can manage to deal with all the backwardsness.
Yeah.
But I feel like I take the hit, like physical wise.
Huh.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. You know, for me, it's not really hitting me. It's hitting everybody else.
Right.
That's very close to me. But it's not hitting me. It's hitting them hard.
Right.
And it's devastating.
Yes, it is.
And it's very devastating to me. So
yeah, 'cause you have to sit there and you see it happen and it's all unfolded in front of you, and then you're like,
right.
oh, shoot, what can I do? You know?
Exactly. Now, how many of you guys out there have actually done some self-diagnosis?
Anybody been working on your
Anybody been working on your chakras? A little self-diagnosis of what's going on with your chakras. Again, pendulum, really good tool. Your stones. Tinctures, again, tinctures are very good also. Remember, guys, tinctures.
I love those things.
Okay, literally.
Yeah, you see some people that's very loud, but to me, oh yeah. Ooh, throat. I got a throat bump, like a little boop.
That's okay. I already know what my issue is today.
Feeling.
So hopefully we can do something to fix that. And everybody started to get their crystal enthusiastic and shared. Oh, thank you. Or is that what she said? Or excited?
Exhausted and stressed.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I know there was an individual out there that desperately needed energy. She was, it was Cheryl. I don't know whether or not she's on yet. Okay. But hopefully she'll get this. And again, that's the root chakra. And again, I work with Garnet. Garnet is the one that I choose to work with because it works best with me. And again, you want to find a crystal store. I work more with the raw stones than I do with the polished. I only get a polish if that's my only choice. Maybe that's because of who I am. I'm more connected with the actual element of the harder earth. But again, what I'm working with for my root chakra is the actual garnet. Okay? Now you have to remember the root chakra. The garnet stone is actually the crystal of health, passion, energy, inspiration. Helps you feel grounded, secure, safe. Helps you restore your body to its rejuvenated state. Helps you reduce anger and rage. Actually brings success in business matters.
That anger and rage, that would be something that...
Yeah.
My husband has a anger, like he blows easily.
Yeah.
And he's recognizing it.
So he's like one of those corks.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden somebody forgets to turn the heat off, and all of a sudden it goes,
yeah.
Tea water's
and
ready.
He has learned because he's getting older now. When he was younger, he had a hard time controlling his anger. He did respond a lot, and that was hard for him. And he's dealing, now he deals with the guilt of that. So, but he's learning and trying to heal. So I'm going to have to get some of this. I might have to do a little something.
All right.
For him
Did
with that.
I print something else out about this?
I don't know.
Oh, I did. I think I printed up some herbs.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Herbies.
And I know she doesn't have this written down. So, all right. Now, actually, this is what to let you know. There are seven major chakras.
Right.
We're not dealing with the other ones that are off to the side, like the higher heart,
right.
And the upper crown, and again, the lower root. Those are ones that you want to work with, or at least make sure you have somebody that's experienced balancing your chakras to help you out with those. Now, when our chakras are actually out of balance and become like, you're like drained and like just like, oh man, do I really got to get up? Because that has a lot to do with your roots. So, and again, mentally, spiritually, However, this can often be actually cleared out through energy work of herbs. Now, herbs have been used for healing since the beginning of time and carry powerful vibrations that actually connect you back to the source of earth.
Right, and we still, I mean, every religion, every nationality has a herbal source. I'm sorry, we all did. Tell me one religion or something that doesn't really utilize it. They do. So
I'll work on this, and I'll throw you all these.
Healing aspects.
You don't have to read it all, but just figured we do it. All right. So now, as far as the root chakra, I'm going to let you know what herbs to work with. Okay. Now, as far as the chakra is actually responsible for making us feel grounded, both emotionally and physically. Okay. So, what you want to work with, and of course, my son actually. All right. Now, imbalance issues can actually occur in the legs, feet, the rectum with the immune system, depression, anger, or feelings of being all over the place. Also, all over the place can actually occur. Now, dandelion root tea, really good. Sage, you can actually go to the grocery store and buy white sage and add it to your cooking. It also helps with diabetics type 2.
Oh, okay.
Type 2, not 1. Type 2, it actually helps lower that as well. That's one of the herbs that I actually work with. Ginger is really good. And elderflower.
Okay.
Elderflower. So, and I printed this up because it actually gave the symptoms of a bad chakra.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's why, and then I enjoyed the herbs because we always like to add something. So, do we have any other negatives we want to talk about before we start this?
No.
Then we're going to experiment with Stephanie today.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Okay, so Stephanie's going to hold the crystal, of course, which is the garnet for the root. Okay, she's going to hold that while I balance the chakra to see if it actually helps her more. So, are we ready to get some energy going? Because we're rooting. Remember, it's red. The color is red. The note is C. Your element is earth. Hence, ground. Root yourself. This is what you want to do. This is the first chakra, which is number 1. It's the root chakra. The color is red. Spin it clockwise. You want to root yourself like you're a tree. Pretend you're a tree and get those roots in there because it's going to bring your energy back up. It's not going to make you feel down. Trust me. You ready for this? Let's get some energy going. There we go. Of course, the note is C.
That was powerful.
Yeah, that was just, I really needed to be grounded.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
Awesome.
do you felt it more with the crystal?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
see?
I
Crystals,
felt,
guys.
This time I felt the umph into it.
Yeah.
Like I really did.
Yeah, and that's what I figured. I wanted to try something different. Say, okay, let's really get her balanced today.
Yeah.
So, all right, how are we feeling now? Do we feel like we have a little bit more energy going on? Are we feeling
red
more
birch,
awake?
Does that make sense?
What?
Is there a red birch?
Yes, there's a red
That's
birch
red
tree.
birch. That came to me while I was...
Red birch?
Red birch. I'm going to have to look that up after. Red birch.
That's funny. I actually have some dried red birch in my room. Wow, I didn't pull it out here either.
There's your nature!
I have some dried red birch. Yes, I do. The medicine bags that the Native Americans carried and the Celtics carried also had a lot of the dry herbs in them.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah. More awake?
Yes, more
awesome.
awake.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yes.
Kickstart
Get you
the
guys
energy
going to go out there, do your
Yes.
readings, do your healings. Work. I'm a slave driver. All right, so in case anybody's having a little bit of trouble waking up, and again, I like my little tuning fork because it's the only one that's accurately 528. The 528 is the DNA repair. Okay, so now, again, I still want you to focus on your root chakra. As this sound hits you, literally, you can pick up one of these on eBay. It's not eBay, but Amazon. I think it's like $28 for one of these. Make sure it's 528 hertz. Okay, that's the one that's actually for DNA repair. When you're repairing your DNA, when you hit it, you want to put it across your DNA. You want to start it off just to get the sound going. And then you would hit it and you bring it around your chakra that's out of balance. Look, you can't see, but say if my third eye was out of balance, that's what would go. And always do it 3 times. I don't know why, but you do it 3 times because that's what they tell me to do. All right, so let's get some DNA repair going. Feel it vibrating all the way down my hand. There we go. What did Ronald say?
Very nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
Ooh, Ronald's dog is going nuts. It's probably because he likes it.
Yeah, see, Otis, at first, he was a little antsy, but then he falls asleep to it. But sometimes that has something to do with the things. Remember, the pendulum. Always test your chakra beforehand. Like, remember the time that we did, and Stephanie was kind of like ovally, and then all of a sudden she became round. Now, this is me actually spinning it, but all you would have to do is ask, like me today. Yeah. I already know what my issue is, so I'll say, show me the spin of my heart chakra. Okay, I can't see what it's doing, so you can tell me what it's doing.
It's going clockwise, right?
Very little?
Yes, very little.
Yeah. And
it's round, but not
as strong as it normally is.
Yeah.
So it's just, yep, now it's going oval. So, I already know what my issue is, but we'll get to that. So, and again, that's your root chakra, and it's really good to have the crystals. And again, if you're out and about, root yourself like a tree. Literally root yourself like a tree. There's a couple of herbs and things that you can actually work with that are going to help you out. What are our mantras and our little yippee-yippee-I-A's? Go ahead, pick a page, any page.
So, this is on the chakra.
That's the crown, chakra. So it's probably back afterwards.
Yeah. I'm not sure where to begin here, but...
All right, you want me to straighten that out?
Yeah, why don't you line me up so that way I know where to start. I'll do my affirmation for now.
Okay, there you go.
Root chakra affirmation. I accept all of the abundance in my life. I nourish my mind, body, and spirit. My energy is grounded to bring in a healthy energy flow. I have everything I need for an abundant life. So you say that you say that every day to yourself for your root chakra. Simple, quick affirmation.
Definitely.
Get it out there.
Getting all of our yoga poses here.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. And okay. Those are our yoga poses. Now, again, there's certain hertz that actually work different. Well, Stephanie gets that over there. Now, if you want to actually liberate, like liberating guilt and fear, that actually works off of the 368 hertz. Right. Now, the 417 is undoing situations and facilitating change. That helps with changes within your life. Now, 528, which I work with a lot, is transformation, miracles, and DNA repair. I like that one. Now, 639 is actually connections and relationships. That'll help you with that one. Now, 741, I got the dyslexia thing kicking in all of a sudden. I'm reading everything backwards. That's expressions and solutions. That's going to help you with that. Now, if you want to return to your spiritual self, your spiritual order, not literally just go, right, but literally within yourself, meditating a good hertz to listen to is actually 852, just to let you guys know that. Yeah.
So other signs of a balanced root chakra include you feel grounded, right? Yeah. You're having healthy kidneys and you're not lacking any adrenal issues. So you'll lack, your kidneys will be a little off, your adrenal issues will come, be off. But once you've established that you have a weak or overactive chakra, try to a combination of the different techniques to realign to the specific chakra. if you remember, the root chakra is located at the base of the spine, and it's all about being grounded and connected to the universe. That's the most important part of this. That's the point of your root chakra. It's you grounding with the universe, okay?
Right.
It's your connection point to you and source. So you need to make sure you have that in order to be able to function on it. You got to start at the bottom up, right?
That's right. You have to ground, you have to root, because believe it or not, rooting and grounding is where your energy
Right.
center is.
And it says you can try these specific things. You can apply myrrh or cedarwood essential oils to your wrists or lower back before going to sleep.
Yep.
Okay. You can cook with cloves and mandarin and enjoy the root chakra foods, which, so cloves is a big one that you're probably familiar with. Hams, a lot of spice, all spices usually
Clove.
have.
You mean
clove.
clove? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said clothes.
Oh, I said cloves.
Yep, clothes are good. Clothes are really good.
Mandarin, I have some of that at home. I'm not too familiar with that one.
Yeah.
My grandmother did use a lot of it, though, so
Right.
I'm going to have to look into that.
So maybe that's why, because maybe she needed the grounding energy.
Yep. And you want
Right.
to meditate with the mantra of Lam, and you heard me doing that when
Right.
she was spinning the bowl. I was saying Lam, very soft. Very
And
simple.
again, there are different mantras depending on the tradition that you actually follow. This is just the one that's I've always utilized for me.
Right.
It's so.
And then your yoga poses, if you're into yoga's another big thing on healing your chakras. Grounding into feet poses like the mountain pose, side angle pose, warrior pose, standing forward bend, and bridge
Mountain.
pose. Mountain is the easiest one right there.
Mountain.
So you
Feet
just-
slightly apart from
Yep.
your hips. Mountain just goes up.
Right.
And relax your shoulders, just a mountain. My shirt went up on the mountain. Oops! Alright, so how we doing now, peeps?
How you feeling?
How we doing? How we
You
doing?
guys, you feel like you're ready to put your 2 feet on the ground and get moving? 'Cause
That's
what
right.
do.
You want to root yourself. Literally, all you have to do is picture a tree. A tree's roots go down to the ground in order to receive the nourishments to live.
Yep.
You need to ground yourself so you can receive your nourishments to live. The more you're grounded, the easier it's going to be for you to be able to hear your higher self. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the sacral chakra. And as I said, we always add something. So what I wanted to add, again, is I wanted to add
Say that.
herbs. What? Oh, yeah, you don't have to. Just say sacral chakra. Yeah. So, all right, this sacral chakra is actually responsible for our creativity and sexual energy. Okay? It is also a powerful place of manifestation.
Bum, bum, bum.
We go over this. Manifestation. Now, imbalances. Okay? We're dealing with your sacral chakra. Your imbalances are eating disorders, urinary tract infections, respiratory, reproductive issues, anxiety, phobias, and fears. Fears. So, let's see. Some of the herbs they're recommending is Hiccupus tea. Hiccupus. Yeah. It's Hibiscus. Hiccupus. Hiccupus tea. All right, and then they also have, oh God, oh my God, calendula flower, which you can tell I don't work with because I couldn't pronounce it to order it. So, yeah, no. So those are the ones, and again, I've heard of a lot of people they actually do drink the Hiccupus tea.
Yeah.
All right, so those actually work very well. Now, again, you're dealing with the color orange.
Yes.
Okay?
Orange.
Note D. D note. Okay? Your D note is the one that's working very well for this particular chakra. Your element.
Water.
Water. Water. Water is your element. There's your element.
Your mantra's Vam.
Yeah. And again, what am I working with today? Those that know me, I like the pure, untouched little pieces of stone. Then again, this one is... Yep, sacral chakra. I was trying to check, make sure I didn't mix them up again. Sacral chakra. I have a peach moonstone, which I absolutely love. This actually, it also supports the heart as it stimulates the mind, smooths worries and anxiety, and brings out the best in people. It's a stone of emotional support for sensitive children and adults too. So, and you know, a lot of people do have like issues like with sexuality or talking about sexuality.
Yeah.
This is a really good stone for that.
Yes.
So, and it helps them become less confused. And again, poor Stephanie. She's going to be all charged up by the time it's time to go home.
Yes, I'm
We're
excited.
going to charge her up.
I'm not worried about it.
All right. For those of you ready for the bowls, I might switch to the smaller one after I ding because this one kept sliding off on me. Okay, are we ready? Remember, you know your color? Orange, you know you're spinning clockwise. And your mantra sound on this one is? There you go. That's the mantra sound we use. If you have another one that you utilize with this particular chakra, please feel free. Feel free. Okay, are we ready? Somebody needed that.
Yes.
Really filled with anxiety and fear and anger. So I had to shoot that one out.
Absolutely.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
I can feel them. I'm feeling, I don't know if they're feeling it as more potent, as normal. If you've been following along every Sunday, you've been familiar with what we're doing. But I can hear it and feel it, the difference with the stone.
See?
So.
And that's all it takes. Literally, that's all it takes. It's just, and again, these stones I bought for a purpose, for a reason. So, and I usually have several different sets of each. Is when we get up to the crown, you're going to notice I have two. So, just to let you know, I do work with numerous types of stones. Yep. Now, let's see, that is Stephanie, after you.
Yes.
And then we'll do this after.
Your sacral chakra, again, located just below the belly button. The chakra is related, like she said, sexuality, pleasure, and emotions. Signs of a balanced chakra include, sacral chakra include healthy reproductive organs, and sex hormones. Other signs of sacral health include feeling friendly. So, you know, if you're just not in the mood to deal with people, you could have a chakra unbalanced. Sexual and satisfied. So those feelings will be very satisfied. It is thought that this chakra is closely related to basic emotions. So the more you're in touch with this chakra, the more you are in touch with your emotions. That's a big one for people. People have a hard time. You know, to be without emotion is scary.
Yes, it is.
In the psych world, if you're familiar with psych, you know,
yes.
you want the person to have anger. You want the person to be sad. You want the person to be able to be happy, because if they're lacking those emotions, they can't relate to the other human race. You know, being around people, they just can't do it.
Exactly.
Now, aligning techniques. There's different things. Again, apply jasmine or yang slang essential oils first thing in the morning or at night.
Right.
Again, meditate with the Vam. Yoga practice, so the positions here to clear the sacral chakra. Hip opening poses like standing wide forward bend.
Right.
Sitting wide forward bend.
Right.
Round angle pose and supine round angle pose. And I'm not sure which one was the one we showed.
Well, we're actually going to demonstrate some of these in a bit. Okay, so right now we're going to do a little bit of DNA repair, but
yes.
I want to try doing the DNA repair as she reads the mantras.
Okay.
So I thought we'd try the both. So this way you guys could say it as you're hearing the sound, and let's see what we can do. You ready?
Ready.
Go.
I am creative in all areas of my life. I am open to receive all that life offers. I forgive my past and embrace all of the positive moments of the present. I have a healthy state of passion and sexual desire in my life.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. So we're actually going to get into the next one in a minute. So, oh my goodness. Okay, so why don't you explain where this chakra is while I go out in here in a second.
So we're going to move on to the navel chakra. And the navel chakra, located above the navel, this chakra is related to personal power, peace, and anxiety. Solar plexus, excuse me. be familiar, it's the solar plexus chakra. I said navel chakra.
Well,
But
it
that's where
is.
it's always
It's yeah.
been.
It's like
either or.
two fingers below
Yes.
your navel, your belly button is what it is.
So this
Right.
is this chakra is related to personal power, fears, and anxiety.
Right.
So
Oh. Yeah. All right. So now, as far as the solar plexus, like I said, we wanted to look up some more herbs and things for you guys to work with, because you can't always listen to the sounds. You can't always do what it is that you need to do. So now the solar plexus, of course, is the chakra that's responsible for our emotions, thoughts, and self-control. And self-control. Now, imbalances. You may feel low in self-esteem, depression, anxiety. Issues can actually occur in your digestive system, your liver, or your kidneys. Okay? Now, let's see. Herbs. Oh, rosemary.
rosemary.
Rosemary is very sweet, believe it or not. It's got that bite to it. So rosemary actually works really good. And again, you can use it in culinary or in teas. Fennel root, essential oils. It's giving me an essential oil, which is cinnamon.
Yep,
On this
ginger
particular
and
one.
lemon.
Right. So that's the one that actually works for this particular one. Now again, you want to spin this. You want to spin this clockwise. It is yellow. And your element, of course, which you have right behind the water, you can see fire. Fire! Now the stone I'm going to be using with this one is citrine. Okay, citrine. Citrine. Love citrine. And again, this is a raw piece of citrine. This is the gemstone of light, happiness, and abundance. Actually known as the most powerful gemstone for actually manifestation, inspiration, one to achieve their goals, cleanses and rejuvenates your spirit, actually promotes optimism and spontaneity. Nice. So, and again, we're going to test stuff again. Okay? We're going to hit her with all barrels today to see if we can. And again, this is the bowl I have to hold. So, because if I don't hold it, it actually slides across the table. So you'll see my two little fingers on either side of this because it slides everywhere because it's so small. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
All right. I don't know why I keep going, I just do. Maybe I'm going for Stephanie, I have no idea. I'm curious. How do you feel? How do you feel?
I was feeling it, but I was also, my mind was somewhere else.
Oh, well, maybe there was something that,
was being
maybe there was like something that you had to like get rid of in order to get it balanced. Now remember, how are you guys doing now? Did you feel that? So far we have like 3 chakras we've gone through.
Yeah.
3 chakras. So we still actually have more to go.
Yeah.
But what is some information on that one?
All right. Signs of the balanced chakra in your sacral chakra includes healthy digestive system and adrenal glands. Again, it says apply rosemary.
The solar
ginger.
plexus.
Yep, solar plexus.
Okay.
Sorry.
You thought you said sacral.
I might have. Solar plexus.
Solar plexus,
Apply
okay.
rosemary, ginger, or lemon essential oils to your
Right.
wrist. The yoga practice, heat building poses like sun salutation, and warrior. Back bends like bow twists, like half twists, and of course abdominal strengtheners like the boat pose. Though that one's always fun. So.
Well, at least you're not balancing on the 2 toes there. Mm-hmm. That one's a little.
Your affirmation.
Yeah, it's a little difficult. A little
the
difficult.
boat. It's because you're trying to hold it and be you're like.
Let's see if I have that. Yeah. Do I have those somewhere?
It's almost like doing a crunch.
Okay. That's the mountain. That's not that one.
There you go.
The boat. Okay, the boat, not too bad.
Yes.
And again, let's see if we can just show a picture of what we're talking about as far as I can't see if it's there or not yet. But that's actually the boat pose right there.
I fully enjoy everything I do. I value and trust myself fully. I am enough, and everything I do in life is enough. I am a powerful, radiant, and magnificent being of light.
Oh, I did see it. I couldn't see it.
There you
So.
go.
Awesome. So yeah, so we're
Okay.
gonna do a little DNA repair for everybody that's having an issue with that particular chakra. Okay. So
Hey Cheryl, no, you're not. It's better late than
oh,
never.
that's
You're
you didn't
fine.
get the root, but what I want you to do, honestly, Cheryl, is I want you to re-listen to the root chakra. That's the one that you really need.
Okay.
She really needs to be grounded. So when you get a chance, you can just go back and listen to the whole show, honey, because the root chakra is actually at the beginning. Now remember, this is the 528, which is the DNA repair. Okay? Always hit it 3 times. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of like that one. And again, as I always tell you, remember, a little pendulum. Okay, literally. I like crystal on crystal. If you choose metal, you want metal instead, you can do something. And again, I have some up over there. You literally just hold it where whatever chakra you're working with. I'll hold it on my heart because I think everybody can see that. And then I'll just say, show me the spin. We haven't worked on the heart chakra yet.
Nope, we're getting ready.
Okay, so this way you guys can actually see what it looks like before we actually do the sound. And again, it's starting to improve, believe it or not, compared to what it was in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
But it's improving because I'm working on all the chakras.
That's right.
So,
Healing.
right, all the chakras. And that's something that you have to do. We're getting actually pretty close to a break. So, what else did I want to talk about? I don't know.
There's so much to...
Stones, crystals. All right, let's give you a little bit of information from this book. Okay, is what we're going to do. And we're going to talk a little bit about, here's my chart. Okay, we're going to go over this chart just a little bit. Now remember, as far as particular chakras, we're going to go over just some basic information real quick. If you're talking about the root chakra, your planet actually is Saturn. Your element, believe it or not, is Earth. Aromatherapy, cinnamon works very good. Your metal is a lead. Okay?
Yes.
Right. So now your food is protein. Protein will help reground you.
Yes.
So that's anything that's rich, like red meat. So, I don't know, vegetarians, I would recommend using the aromatherapy, which is the cinnamon. And again, your fragrance is cedar, incense is myrrh. And a couple of the stones that they do recommend here is hematite and bloodstone. And that's for that particular one. So, but as far as sacral chakra, we are dealing, again, with water. We're dealing with dragon's blood, which, believe it or not, isn't the blood of a dragon. It's an actual plant.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know. So because I had my kid ask me that.
Oh, well,
Mom,
yeah.
what did you do to a dragon and where did you... No, it's a plant, dear. So, literally, yeah. Boy, my kid was heartbroken. Tin is a good metal to work with. And again, we are talking about the sacral chakra. Liquid. Like, they say hydrated liquid's really good for this. Okay, also rose. Rose is a good fragrance. Incense is actually chiffon. Coral and carnelian. Really, really good to work with. Because we've gone over 3 chakras so far. Now, again, your navel chakra. Somebody's going to have to take a phone call. We're getting ready to go for a break anyway. So.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, so, all right, so now when we are dealing with the navel chakra, we could get into the heart and then go to break if you wanted to. And again, we are dealing with the navel, which is the solar plexus. You're dealing with Mars for your planet. Element is fire. Ginger, good for aromatherapy. Metal, iron. Iron is really good. Your food, grain, anything rich in grain. Grain foods are really good to help you balance that. Fragrance, blueberry. Make homemade muffins. You can still smell it, right?
Right.
All right. That's a win-win. All right. So, again, incense, cedar. Cedar is really, really good. And your gemstones, amber and citrine.
Yep.
So, citrine we do work with.
There you go.
Yes. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
I want some more.
All right. So, why don't we do a little work on the heart.
Heart.
After we do the heart, we'll go on a short break.
All right.
All right.
So, located in the chest, this chakra relates to love and compassion.
That's it?
Nope, I'm joking. This chakra is incredibly sensitive to stress. During time periods of stress, try some of these chakra practices to balance the chakra. Of course, you can apply rose, bergamot, or thyme essential oils before starting your day to activate the chakra. Our mantra is Yam, so when we do that, we'll do that. Yoga poses, chest openers, so anything like the camel, cobra, and fish. Also, breathing exercises like deep breathing and alternate nostril breathing. Try this. Oh, that's something different.
Yeah,
that
so.
is what we got here.
All right, so, and again, what I'm working with is jade for the heart.
Yep.
Because it's the stone that I chose. This one was, of course, polished.
Yep.
I could not get it in raw. I do prefer most of my crystals raw, which I told you guys. Now, this is actually used to attract love, bring money into your life, inspires and introduces ambitions towards accomplishments, boosts confidence, helps you deal with difficult people with ease and calm. Mm-hmm. So I like having one of these usually with me, but I don't. So you ready to try this?
Yes.
There you go.
So your element is wind, sound is yam, color is green.
And you're spinning
clockwise.
Are we ready? And again, this is another one of the small bowls, which is a pain in the butt. Because then I can't do two things at once. Jaded. Here we go. Remember to spin it clockwise. Make sure the color is a beautiful green. That was piercing.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a little...
Strong for you?
Yeah.
It's okay. But see, that's... She found out this one's a little too much. But that's okay. You know, it is what it is. Everybody does work with different energy and different crystals. Some of my crystals that I utilize, she might not be able to. So, and again, it's a little difficult. So now we are going to get into the heart. Now, the heart chakra is actually responsible for expressing love, compassion, and forgiveness. Imbalances actually feel disconnected from others, issues with loving others or yourself, lacking empathy, poor circulation, inability to heal, and lack of motivation.
Right.
All right, so now let's see your herbs. Hawthorn berry, which is really good. You can consume it as a tea. Essential oil for this one is actually rose, can also be helpful, as well as surrounding yourself with flowers such as rose, jasmines, or ponies. Peonies. Thank you.
I have to try for that one too.
All right, let's do a quick. Here we go. You ready? And then you can read the mantras. You can read those while I do this.
Okay.
Let's heal and read at the same time.
Absolutely. I love myself in every area of my life. I give love, and love comes back to me. I deserve love, happiness, and prosperities in all areas of my life. My emotions are balanced and in harmony with my energy.
Remember, 528?
That's it.
DNA repair. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
repair,
actually going to be
repair.
right back.
Transition.
Right after these messages. Hello there, everybody. We are back. We have fresh coffee. Do you guys have fresh coffee? So Stephanie will be back in a minute. So we are just going to go with this. We're going to explain a little bit about your throat chakra, which is located, as you can hear the vibration. Now, there's a couple ways to actually hold crystals. You can hold it literally in your hand, or if you're really having a trouble with your throat, as you're meditating, you want to hold the crystal directly on your throat. Okay? Now, the crystal that I choose to work with, and again, we will go over any other chakra when we're done with all the chakras. Mm-hmm. We can go over anything else that somebody else is having an issue with. We can go back over things, and I don't have an issue with any of that. Give you a couple tricks in order to test your own chakras as well. But chakra balancing is something that really does help everybody with their week. So, the crystal, again, I chose is the sodalite. Which is, it's like a blue and yellow, and you can see like little specks in it. And again, it's raw. It's the one that I choose. And again, we are dealing with the throat chakra, which is helpful for working in groups and also stimulate thoughts. It's a stone that is good for healing breaches in communication. Very good stone for that. It's also a stone of truth, and bring this to all communications. It actually increases your intelligence and knowledge and learning.
Yes, communication,
okay.
communication.
Knowledge and learning. Stephanie's got her chemistry book.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Chemistry.
Yeah. Chemistry book.
Cellular levels.
Cellular. Okay, so we're dealing with the color blue.
Yep.
Your note here is G. Your element, believe it or not, is sky. And again, like I tell you guys every week, just sit out there, make pictures. Look at the sky. I mean, I take pictures of the sky. So, you know, you don't have to take pictures. You can if you want. I mean, why not? Right. Everybody pull their camera out and have a blast. You never know what you're going to find. And this is what we are going to deal with right now. Are we ready? Blue. Spin clockwise. Good or bad? No. Did it release some?
It's never, to me, when I get this sensation here, it's never hurtful, but it's like saying like...
It's saying readings.
Yeah, that probably, because of communication, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That absolutely makes sense. This is nice and warm, though.
Yeah, you like that stone?
Yeah, this is warm.
Okay, so I can see that we're going to be going back to Strawberry Moon.
Oh, yeah, that will be coming up real soon.
I'm going to get another whole set of the chakra crystals is what I want to do.
I'm going to actually take the time to sit down and go through every single chakra as well.
Yeah, I like to have a variety of different stones that I work with.
That's what it is everyone's going to be different too. So
it is. So that way, because I do chakra balancing and healing with individuals, I need to be able to personalize their stones to them, whether they're here or on Zoom. So it's just something that comes in handy. So now, the throat chakra is actually the chakra that is responsible for your self-expression, speech, and communication.
Right.
Okay. Now, the imbalance issues with the thyroid, your larynx, codependency, unable to speak your truth or your thoughts, a lack of confidence, or difficulties in thinking before you speak.
Yes, that's. And this is something people will deal with ADHD.
Yep.
Okay. They just blurt it out without really processing it.
Yes.
The processes. That part, and you tend to jump ahead in reading. If you notice you're reading ahead before you actually absorb the information, that's where you're going to struggle with this.
Exactly. Now, herbs. red clove blossom, drink as a tea or an elixir, whichever you choose. Lemon balm, eucalyptus, actually very good for essential oils, can also be effective as well as lemongrass. For anybody that has migraines, I do not recommend lemongrass. For somebody that's worked with herbs for a very long time, lemongrass is good, but if you do have migraines on a regular basis, it'll actually continue the migraines. So not something really good for that.
Also, you got your yogurt. So the positions you want to concentrate on: fish, lion, and neck stretches, and shoulder openers like supported shoulder stand.
Whoa. Sorry.
Camel.
Yeah, I don't know. I look like a camel already.
Pose and the plow pose.
Plow?
And again, your mantra was calm.
Is that plow? Like you're plowing something? I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to look up the plow. But for those of you that do your yoga, you'll be able to understand what that's about.
And then your affirmations, very important. Right?
Very, very, very important.
Very important. I express my feelings easily and freely. I own my power and feel fully alive. I am calm, confident, and well-spoken. I communicate effectively with everyone in my life. Okay.
And again, 528 DNA repair. Tuning fork is the one that had the most accuracy as far as the sound. So okay, now we did the heart, and then we went to break, and then we went right up to the throat. So now let's take a look and see what my heart chakra looks like now. Okay, so I'm just going to look at you guys in the camera. Stephanie's going to look, show me the spin of my heart chakra. So I'm just going to see where it is, see if I can feel the pull of it now, see if it's any larger than what it was.
Definitely larger. It's growing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have more of a...
All right, do you see the difference now? For those of you that were here before, when we first started this, I knew I was having an issue, but as I'm progressively working up each chakra, you can see that if you start from the root, which is 1, bring it all the way up, you'll be able to notice a big difference in this. And again, you want to be able to do them all the time. And that's why we do this every Sunday.
Ooh, she got a weird feeling off that one.
Did you get some junk out of that one? We can actually go back to anything that somebody is actually having an issue with.
Absolutely.
So we can go back because we will have time to go back. But I do like to get all the chakras in, and then you guys can let us know what's going on, and we'll see what we can do in order to help you out, okay? So, and again, the next one, do we have any other information on the throat?
No.
Nothing. Okay, so now we're going to actually be dealing with the third eye.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the third eye, she might have a little bit of trouble with this one. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Yeah, this is my bad area.
Okay, this is azurite. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, this is actually what I use for the third eye. It's known as the Stone of Heavens. Excellent for stress and anxiety relief. Also releases consciousness to higher levels and gives greater control over spiritual unfoldment. Helps control energy flow to bring just the right amount of energy to any situation, Cheryl. Energy. Sorry.
Yep. This is actually
energy.
I got a couple things here we can definitely add to that. So again, location is between your eyebrows.
Yep.
This is related to your intuition. Signs of a balanced chakra, third eye chakra, include healthy eyes, head, and in-tune intuition. Mm-hmm. In addition, this chakra, again, is closely related to the pineal gland, which secretes melatonin. It is thought that this means healthy, uninterrupted sleep can often be found by aligning your chakra.
Yes.
There you go. So if you have, sleep issues, stuff like that, this is something that, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Keep going.
This one, the chakra that we're working on right now is big, very strong with women's intuition. That's the perfect way for you to help understand intuition, is especially if you're a woman. You've heard this probably your whole entire life. Woman's intuition, the instincts. This is going to help with that.
Yep.
So I can stop and continue.
Now there are two chakras that actually deal with energy levels, and again, the third eye and the root. Those are the ones that deal a lot with your energy levels itself. So we're going to see how you do with this stone. This stone might not be good for you. Might be too much. I don't know. So we'll find out in a sec, won't we?
We will see.
Now remember, your third eye, you want to spin it clockwise. You notice A. Your color is actually indigo. Your element is your body.
Right. Your
It's literally your body is your temple. That is your element, and that's the one that you want to connect with. And all right, here we go. Oop, might help if I took the actual sound paper out of that. So it's the other one that I have to hold because it slides everywhere. So, okay, are we ready?
Ready.
Remember to spin clockwise, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. It's like I can almost feel Stephanie saying, stop, 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 stop.
I was doing good, and then I got like this. It got built up.
Yep.
And then I got like a whoa. Whoa.
See, chakra balancing. That's all you need in life. Don't have to worry about anything else.
Again, I'm feeling a lot of warmth in this one.
That's good.
So I can definitely feel that.
Yeah, some people do have issue with this particular crystal. Kenzanite is another one. Moldavite is another one that people have issues with. It's very strong energy within the crystal. So it does create problems. So now we're going to go back over and do a little DNA repair after we read a little bit.
Yes.
Now, this chakra is actually responsible, like Stephanie said, with your intuition and your seat of consciousness. Okay? And also your pineal glands. Now, imbalances, actually issues with your connecting to your intuition, lack of imagination, weakness in your ears, eyes, headaches, migraines.
That one relaxed, Cheryl.
Yep,
That's
good. Insomnia, night terrors, and nightmares,
Right.
okay? Now, the herbs you can actually use to help you with this is mint. You can actually consume it as a tea, you chop it up, put it in your foods.
Yep.
Really good to have mint in your garden.
This one also suggests bay leaves.
Okay, let's see what this one finishes off with. Eye bright herb, it also can actually help. You can use actually a lemon or jasmine essential oil too. So, and what do you have over there?
So, again, this one suggests doing the child poses and seated yoga to help with the positions for the yoga.
All right.
Meditate on Om.
Yeah.
You heard me doing the Om. And then it said you can apply clary sage, bay, helichrysum, or jasmine essential oils to activate this chakra. I am totally pulsating right now. Right?
Yeah, you're going to have to do readings
Holy
after.
moly.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I opened you right up.
That's good. Maybe that's what I need to know is when I'm feeling that,
Yeah.
I might have something to say to somebody, right?
Yep.
That's good. Where's my journal? Mental journal. Right? Mental journal.
Journal.
No, this one, Sean.
She's reading to herself. Nobody can hear her. But just in case you want to know what she's saying.
Okay. So this person suggests is that when they do when they're working on this chakra, they use candles by spearmint or jasmine candles and cooking with lots of bay and sage. So that's the main.
Speaking of candles, you get the candles to represent your chakra. Put the essential oils on them. Okay? Then burn them and meditate with them all and just cleanse all your chakras.
And you can remelt and make your own, you can remelt the wax and you put the essential oil in there and rebuild your own candles. I mean, do you have an empty?
Not yet,
No.
still burning.
But you got the tea light, you can recycle those and
Why not?
wax and redo it yourself. I mean, there's very simple things that you can do to help yourself out. Reutilize old wax.
Oh,
and
literally.
wax on your old candles, melt it down, add the essentials, and rebuild another candle out of it.
Yeah, I mean, literally, how many times do you guys, get one of those dynamic jar candles and only the middle burns? And you're like, what?
And all that wax just
So,
float
literally,
around
chop
and-
that wax up real good.
Yeah. Yep.
Melt it up a little bit, throw it together, throw some oils in it. So, yep.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
We're doing this.
Affirmations. I listen to my intuition every day. I am connected into my highest truth. I trust that my life is unfolding exactly as it should. I am open to my intuitive abilities and use them for my highest good.
And it finished.
Nice.
All right, so how we doing out there now, peeps?
How we doing?
How we doing? How we doing?
My head is tingling. That must have been the ticket. Me too, Sharon.
Yes.
All of a sudden,
It's time for both of you guys to go online and do some readings.
But that's
Literally,
okay.
I get some impressions or
Yes.
inspirations. Or with you,
Yeah.
you know, you paint.
Yes.
You are very empathic. You're also starting to develop your other spirit and other gifts.
Absolutely.
How do you know you're not a psychic painter, honey?
Maybe.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Maybe.
So there's a really good possibility
Absolutely.
that and that's what's going to happen. Your intuition, as you start to
You'll
balance
learn.
the things that normally that you work with that you don't understand, those are things that are actually going to expand, is what it is. So, I mean, I wish I could be a psychic drawer. I really do. But stick figures probably not a good idea. So, and this is the bowl that we
Bowl.
hate.
The bee. There's
Okay.
a reason why it's a bee.
Yeah, bee. It's a bee. Okay, and this is like one of the main reasons, and one of the other reasons this bowl doesn't always spin. I have two bowls that sound very similar, so I'm very careful the way that I spin those, and of course I have my spare bee.
Yes.
So, and again, their note is B. We're dealing with your crown chakra right now.
Right. So no bee. Color's violet
The color is violet or white.
or white.
Or white. It can be either one, whichever one that you associate with. Okay? And again, the note is B. And your element, believe it or not, is spirit. Or
thought.
none. Or
Or
thought.
thought.
Spirit of thought, right. As far as the sound on this particular chart, there's none. But I know there was a sound on another chart, and I can't
I think it's
remember.
in your book.
Yeah, I think it's in my book. We can go over all that after. Okay, so now, here we go.
Oh.
Okay, what?
So,
Oh, moonstone. Jeez, thank you.
Moonstone.
All right, the stone. And again, I could not find this stone raw. And this is actually a rainbow moonstone. I have two today. So I am going to show you both. I have the rainbow moonstone, which is actually a crown chakra. And this has a gentle calming energy, helps strengthen your intuition, psychic perception, enhances creativity, composition, endurance, also inner confidence, brings balance, harmony, hopes, helps and cleanse, and also brings an uplifting energy. It is said to have the powers to grant wishes. That's
Right.
that one, but there's one more.
Ooh.
So now this is the one I keep with me all the time.
Okay.
This is white banded agate is what this one is. I prefer this one, but I keep that one in my chakra set. It's actually healing stone calming, good luck and wealth, has a gentle energy that works with the subtle body. The energy agates actually tend to work straight on the cause of the issues instead of the symptoms of the issues, improves your mental function and clarity, helps overcome negative emotions.
Absolutely.
So,
And your signs of the balanced crown chakra include a general blissful feeling and healthy central nervous system. It's all about the connection to the spirit and to your spirit, right?
right.
That's
So
what
we're
this
going to
is all
spin the
about.
bowl with
Yes.
this, and then we'll go over other things. Let's
Yes,
see.
we will.
That's a gentler one, so maybe that'll finish you off.
Make me feel
We've
blissful.
done every single crystal with her
Cheryl
today.
She writes poetry, so
There you go. You could be a psychic poet. You actually could be channeling people that didn't have a chance to finish writing, because I'm really getting that you're a channeler. Now, wish me luck. I might have to switch bowls. Hey,
I feel it today.
you're feeling it?
Oh yeah.
And it's dying out on its own. And there it went. It gave you your wish and it died. See?
But it
Still
worked.
spinning. You know, this bowl drives me nuts.
It normally doesn't give us that kind of went off without a hitch.
Yeah, I know. It didn't. Normally when I'm spinning the bowl, it's this particular chakra
And I
beat.
feel like there's a certain point where you feel
Yeah.
it hit you. Like
Yeah.
it builds up
Yeah.
and then you just all of a
So
sudden feel
this
the
is
whole
one of my original bowls, and this one usually spins.
Ooh, that one's still
Yeah. Oh, you like that one, huh?
Yes, I do.
Okay, she likes that one. Okay.
Wonderful. I
See,
do.
think of it this way. She gets to test out all kinds of crystals. It's like an open store of shopping.
Right.
Okay, so that was pretty much all the crystals. Then we're going to go over any other issues that you guys are having, because we should still have time. All right, now the
Right.
crown chakra is actually responsible for connecting us to your universal source energy. It's also responsible for the wisdom and enlightenment. Okay, this is why it's very important. Now, imbalances is feeling disconnected spiritually or out of touch with your deity or your divine self. Also, lack of direction, purpose, depression, okay, or nervous system disorders, migraines, ADD, learning difficulties, and mental illnesses are all associated with the crown chakra. Now, the herbs, lavender. Lavender works really well. Consume it as a tea or in cooking. I just recommend you don't use that much of it. So make sure it's the culinary lavender, not the lavender you actually get from your garden. Okay,
Right.
It's a big difference. The essential oil of lavender is also beneficial. Lotus root and petals can also be effective.
Yes. So this information states realigning the chakras best done through meditation, which we know that, right?
Right.
Meditate, meditate, meditate. We didn't have a mantra for this one. It says to doing daily outdoor walks into your routine will help, realign the chakra.
Yep.
As far as essential oils, it has lotus and sandalwood. And then the positions for yoga are balancing poses that bring awareness to the body,
Oof.
like the tree and eagle.
Yeah,
And
I
it says
remember
also
one of the
try
balancing.
sitting in
Yeah.
Yoga Adora.
Yeah.
That will help.
Yeah. So, and again, there are certain yoga poses for the youth, for the individuals out there that actually do that. She's going to read her little thingies, and I am going to do the 528 DNA repair
Yes,
as you guys
ma'am.
hear it. I'm hoping that it repairs any issues that you're actually having. So here we go.
All right. I am guided by my inner wisdom. I am at peace, whole, and balanced. I honor my body as the temple that nourishes my soul. I am connected in with my higher self and the divine spirit for positive energy.
Okay. Now, all right. How are you guys feeling? Are there any other issues or things that you would like to work on right now? Because that's why we're here. That's what Healing Sundays is about.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to utilize it. I'm going to utilize it. So put it out there. What,
All right.
What chakra do you need some more?
What chakra? Like, well, okay, we'll show
Let's-
you the
let's see if we
tinctures.
can-
And I'm going to show you what the tinctures
I'm
do
just-
basically
for some
on
reason I feel like I
Stephanie.
need to
You
do
feel like
that.
you're being choked.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Still your throat? Wow.
Oh, wow. Holy moly.
Yeah,
I felt
still
that.
your throat. Still her throat. And again, the tinctures. As you just hit them together, you're going to notice there's a sound change. My throat and my heart. I know why my throat, but that's okay. Huh. But if you notice, there's a sound change in the little tinctures.
Yeah,
As
you
you're
can't
going
hear
up
it
and
over
down,
here. I
right?
can hear it.
And for those that find that sound really piercing, you can just do individual. Okay, we're going to check the spin of our throat chakra is what we're going to do. So, okay, and again, you just hold it up. You're going to see that my arm is not moving. Hold on. Okay, show me the spin of Stephanie's throat chakra. well, it's spinning, but it's...
Ovally.
Yeah, it's still... Holy shit, girl. Go to town! Damn! Don't anger this one. Do not anger this woman. And that's literally, it's how you can test it. Okay, what did she have to say?
In her throat. Yeah, like all
Yeah.
of a sudden, remember, I felt
You're
like,
right.
whoa, and that's probably what she's just...
Yeah, a lump in your throat. And another one for, like, expelling energy and not giving yourself enough energy is also going back over the root chakra as well. So now, all right, so talk to me, people. Talk to me. How you feeling? What are your issues? Some of, again, I can just go over some of the actual issues. You can tell me if something hits you, and we can go back over that chakra.
Absolutely.
Is what we can do. We can actually start, we'll start at the bottom and work our way up, because we actually have time.
Yes, we do.
And we're going to focus on the main issues, okay? Now, the root chakra is actually your grounding and your security. It's also survival, primal energy, and taking care of yourself and others. Okay, now I'm going to deal with some of the first physical properties you have issues with. Anxiety, dyslexia, grounding in the physical plane. Okay, those are things you're actually going to have issues with. Now, when you're dealing with your sacral chakra, let me know if anything stands out to you guys, because we'll go back over that. That was the root chakra. Okay, now your sacral chakra is relationships and emotions, sexuality, intimacy, expressing needs, emotional, and of course sexual.
Right.
Now, you could actually have your senses, your issues that get affected by this are colds, your life force, energy, sex, creativity, and your taste can actually be off by this one.
Big one, right?
Yep. So if anything hits you, let me know. All right, your navel, okay, which is your solar plexus. You are dealing with energy, vitality, willpower, desire and power, personal authority. In other words, being more authoritative for yourself, standing up for yourself is the biggest issue there. Okay, and then we are actually going over your physical properties right here. That's your body's battery could get drained by that. Your gut instincts and low intuition. Also, your sight get affected. So your sight actually not only gets affected by your third eye,
right,
it also gets affected by that one. So there could be ones overacting more than the other, and that's why sometimes
off the other ones.
Right. So, and that's why sometimes it's easier to personalize a chakra balancing routine for somebody, because somebody might need more work on one than they actually do on another.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I've come a long way as far as loving myself.
Yeah.
I used to beat myself up before, and now I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you for beating yourself up? If these people didn't want to be around you, that's their problem. You know? Like, that's big. My hot chakra, I feel, is not necessarily the issues, because I mean, I don't... Before I used to overexert it a lot more now, and that's where I'm working on is taming down the hot chakra so much so that I'm not so overactive, and it's been helping me become more protective of myself, right? Because I used to be like a doormat, and everybody would walk over.
That was actually a solar plexus. I haven't even gotten to the heart.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like my solar plexus, like I see a lot of that. Makes sense to me. Even with the crown, like the dyslexia, I mean, I might not have been diagnosed with dyslexia, but I noticed that I invert things, and sometimes with communication, with words and your speech, you have issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's either upside down or backwards. So,
yeah.
and that's why usually if I'm printing anything up for the show, just so you guys know that I am dyslexic, I print everything up oversized, because this way my brain doesn't confuse what it's actually saying.
Right.
In cursive lettering, forget it. I still have issues with that with my dyslexia. All right, now, as far as the heart, what do we have going on here? What did she say?
That's one of mine, and gut instincts are okay, but the intuition is low. My third eye is stubborn and only gives me flashes, and I overthink everything all the time. Yes, Cheryl, I feel like we have a lot in common with that.
With that would be, I'm trying to think which one that was. Taking care of oneself and others, expressing your needs, personal authority, maybe? Is that what she's dealing with? Low intuition. Okay, so you're talking about your solar plexus. Hello, honey. So we can actually go back over the solar plexus if you want. Let's just get through. Okay, so we know we need to go over the solar plexus, which of course is a little bowl that it runs away from me. Sooner or later, I'm going to get those bloody crystal balls that don't run away. So, all right, now we're going to do the heart. So we know we need to do this one again, okay? So now your heart chakra is, of course, it's green. It's love, compassion, ego, hope, and positive attitude. Okay. Now your physical properties, which are your senses, it deals with love for self, love of others, God, your spiritual higher self, emotional balance. Also, it deals with touch. That can actually throw that off. Now your throat chakra, which is the one I know Stephanie wants to rework on.
Big time.
Okay. Throat chakra. Your primary functions of this are communication and healing, creativity, seeing the whole individual, seeing one's will, probably. Sorry, it's too dark for me. All right, now, your physical properties, which are your senses, are your balance of your yin and yang, and your male and female in your hearing. Okay. So that's what's going on with your throat. Like, sometimes people only hear what they want to hear. Like teenagers.
Right.
Clean your room. No. Hey, you can go out. Yeah, I'm going. Right. One of those. Now, your third eye, you're dealing with intuition, understanding, clairvoyancy, seeing beyond the 5 bodily senses and the psychic senses. Also, your physical property senses is your endocrine and your nervous system, your awareness, meditation, and intuition are all affected by your third eye. Okay, now when we're going up to the crown, if there's anything else that stands out, we've only got one more bowl pulled out. So anything else, you'll let me guys know. Now, we're dealing with the crown chakra. We're dealing with enlightenment, transcending, spirituality, understanding of cosmic consciousness.
I think Cheryl said I need that one on the third eye.
The third eye, too?
Yeah.
That's you, too.
Yeah.
All right. So we can combine those and do a tingy. We can do a ting. So, all right. So we'll deal with those two. Now, as far as your physical properties, you're dealing with your metabolism, again, with the crown, the RNA, DNA, and your spiritual connection, and also your thinking.
Yes.
It actually clears your thinking up. Okay. So we've got 2 more chakras. Anything else? What's that one? Third eye.
Third eye.
Third eye. Oh,
Right.
we got tons of third eyes here.
Yes.
All right.
Third eye.
All right. So first we are actually going to be dealing a little bit. Okay. We're going to start off with the E. Okay. We're going to do a little bit more of, and again, this is your fire element. So light a candle. I'm not going to make Stephanie rehold the crystals because she did that already and got a headache. So just kidding. Okay. So, and again, your color is yellow. The element is fire. The note sound is rum. Okay, is what it is. No, this is the solar plexus. Okay, this is your solar plexus. Color's yellow, spin it clockwise. Listen to the sound. Let's see what we can do. We'll do a little more DNA repair. Then we'll move back onto the third eye again. Okay? It's not going to let me do any more. As those of you watching, it looks like it's ready to escape. Literally, it's escaping. It's running away from me. Little bowls. Okay, so now we're going to do a little DNA repair. Oh, sorry. We haven't even got to the third eye yet.
Yeah, but sometimes it does that. It's
yeah.
weird.
Okay.
See,
so
that's a good point though to show, like when we were talking about how they affect the other ones. So even though
right.
maybe you tinged another note,
right.
it still went to my third eye. Like
yeah, it was. I think it was this. That one. That one. Okay. All right, you ready? And again, this is the DNA repair, which is the 528. Still spin it clockwise. Keep it on the same color, which is the yellow. Just absorb the vibration. Let its DNA help repair the issues that are actually going on within you. Okay. And this is what you normally do. We're going to get Stephanie ready. Okay, you ready? I'm letting the vibration of the tuning fork absorb the elements from the universe to heal.
It tickles.
Yeah, it does. That helped the headache, the pressure.
A little bit.
Yeah, tuning fork. Okay, literally. Okay, so now we're going to get back on to the third eye for those that are actually having issues. Okay, so we got a few people here with third eye issues, so we're going to go back over the third eye. And again, this bowl doesn't escape me.
Right.
So it's not one of the little ones. It's the little bowls that escape me. They literally have to hold them down, and if you notice, the bowl starts going boop, 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 as I'm trying to work with them. All right, so now, here we go. Third eye. Does everybody remember the color? The note is A. The color is indigo. And again, your body is your temple. Your sound is Om. Okay? So let's try to absorb this. Spin it clockwise. Keep it going. Are we ready? How are we doing? Better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing better. And again, you can utilize little pendulum. Anyone you're connected with. If you're more connected with metals, do metals. If you're more connected with crystal, do that. If you're connected with crystals and metals, you can do it that way as well. So this is literally, it's a good way to just check to make sure that your chakras, and make sure it's always spinning clockwise. And again, you can recheck it with the tinctures, although after all the sound of the metal bowls, probably not such a good idea. But it is what it is. Okay, so now that we're going to do a little more DNA repair for those that did not hear it. And again, focus again on the color of the third eye, the note A, spin it, it's indigo. You ready? Okay. God, I love that sound. It's still ringing.
It's very soft, right?
Yeah, it does. It gets very, because it's a tuning fork. But it was the only way to get the accurate 528 hertz. The tuning fork was a little more accurate because there's a little less metal than a bowl. So how are we doing out there now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How are you feeling? Does it feel worse, better, same? Might need more work.
Talk to me. What time we got?
We are at, well, let me look at this.
Yeah, we always have to go over to Blog Talk.
18 minutes.
Wow.
So, you guys need help with a lot of these things, you gotta let us know.
Literally another one, a C note. Native American flute. Okay, it's a C note. Just to let you know, even a wind instrument, for some reason, this is the one that I use before I start every show. And of course, the root is C. So in order to help build up my energy and balance me, it's just, again, something
I
as
love that
simple as a Native American flute. It actually comes from high spirit, so that actually a wind instrument, if that's what you're connected with as well, you can actually utilize that. You have trouble
Cheryl
if
still
you
has a
fidget.
Cheryl still has a slight headache, and Esther feels better now.
Okay.
So that's good.
Cheryl still has a headache. Okay, so maybe we should work on her grounding. Okay, yeah, I think grounding. Another instrument, again, drum. Literally, you can just close your eyes.
Esther said that the flute was very soothing.
Thank you. And again, a drum, just sitting here, you're meditating. Literally just, I mean, even when you're meditating, if you fidget, if you're the type that needs to fidget, literally you can just,
Somebody's here.
yeah.
Somebody's here.
Oh, yeah.
They're drowned. They're like dazing me out. I can feel them, and I kind of felt something.
Yeah, I get that space look. I'm used to that. All right,
Yeah,
so
it
we
drives
still
me
have
crazy.
a bit of a headache, so I think we're going to reground.
Ooh.
We're going to reground, which is builds up energy for us, but it also stabilizes the energy because we're doing extra work on the chakras. Now, again, we are dealing with the C note, which is the same note as the flute, but this one has a little bit more of a tinny sound. And again, you're dealing with the color red. Your element is earth. That's why you want to root yourself. You literally just want to picture you're rooting yourself like a tree directly into the ground. So let's see if we can help you get rid of that headache a little bit more. And if not, we'll continue on to another one.
That was nice.
Okay.
Hello, Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Hello.
So, how are we feeling now?
Ooh.
A little bit less of a headache?
Yeah, I was definitely.
You're in reader mode.
Yeah, I am. It's bugging me out because I'm like, dude.
Yeah, she's definitely
trying to
in.
concentrate, ignoring it.
Yeah, it's like, no, it doesn't work that
But
way.
then see, this is where some of you that are opening up to your gifts, you're struggling because you it's all the senses are all working. You know they're there.
Yeah.
You're saying stuff, but you're still hearing the ringing instead of actual words. So it's like I know they're trying to say
Or they're
something to me.
or they're playing Pictionary. So what are you getting, the
Yeah.
ringing or Pictionary?
I'm getting the ringing.
Because you're in reader mode. You have
I'm
somebody
getting
talking
ringing.
to you right now.
Absolutely do.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are you getting? Pictionary?
No, it's like I keep the red birch thing keeps coming back to me too because you mentioned about grounding and I
Yeah.
don't know why the red birch came to me today, but there's a red birch out there. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but it kind of.
It's a
headache
Celtic
is
thing.
gone. Good.
Good.
So
You definitely
which maybe
needed some
that's
grounding
what it is.
work.
Maybe I have someone telling me hello because I'm so lost. I've told you in the past, my family traditions and it's gone. It's depleted because I have so much different stuff going on and years and generations of being here in America now. So you lose a lot of that, and I'm probably.
Red birch does mean something, but
I
you have
don't
to
know
figure
why.
this out.
Okay.
No, you do.
I'll
Literally, you can just look up red birch.
Yeah.
Is anybody else seeing or sensing anything as we're going through this? Because what we do is we balance you so that way you can do your work in the light worker field and be out there and help people. And this is the main reason for this. I love what I do here on Sundays. We can always eventually add some more meditation. We can add some more things. So that would be a good idea as well. So, I don't mind doing that as well. So how are you guys doing now? I know people's headaches are gone. So do we feel more enlightened? The red birch means what, Stephanie? You already know. You just don't want to say it.
Really?
Yeah. Spit it out. What does red birch mean?
Maybe I have to see it. Like.
So, look it up. You're on a computer.
'Cause I didn't see it. I just heard it said
I'm still
red
flashing this in front of her face, and she's trying to do
birch.
something.
I'm gonna look it up.
And that's what it is. If you see something, like, okay, I got a couple of books over here, which I should have brought this way, but I didn't. So,
I
as
feel
she
something
looks
trying to
that
channel.
up-
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Literally, it's what. Whoa! It's what you guys are actually connected to. I got like little mics all over my office. Really got to clean that up. Another helpful guide, believe it or not, is called this one. Very hard book to actually come by. It was a new book, new author, because I'm a readaholic, so I reviewed a lot of books. I get to keep them, so yay! Okay, this is your spirit animal helper. So if there was a particular animal that you actually seen.
Oh my God, they're telling me what my tree is. My
Yes.
spirit tree. When I'm meditating, I keep seeing the tree, the white. Oh my God.
Look up red birch under words, what it means.
Oh, spirit meaning?
The spirit
Red
meaning.
birch tree.
Spirit meaning of red birch.
Here we go, people.
So, okay, she's going to look up the spirit meaning of red birch. Now, sometimes you don't choose your animal guides. They actually choose you. Okay, is what they do. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I already know. Go ahead. Spit it out if you want. Come on, read it. Everybody wants to know.
Okay. So birch is the first of the tree symbol for the first moon cycles in the Ogham tree calendar, known by the Celts as Beth,
Mm-hmm.
pronounced Bay.
Mm-hmm.
It is the symbol of new beginnings,
Yep.
regenerations, hope, new dawns, and the promise of what is to come. The tree carries ancient wisdom and yet appears forever young. Oh my God! I'm gonna cry right now.
You finally know where you belong, huh, girl?
Oh my God!
Took you long enough.
My mom's.
I
my
can't-
Mom's Mary Beth.
Okay, well, I
Beth.
can't
That's
tell
so
you.
crazy. I know.
You had to find it on her own. I've always known, but you had to find it.
Okay, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
Speaking of my mom, it's my mom. So it carries ancient wisdom and yet appears forever young. That's something.
And what religion is it from again?
Celtic. It's
Ah.
Celtic. There it is. Wow.
Yeah, I've known that for a while.
Wow.
It's where your spirit lies. Now, animal spirits you can also see as you're going through this as well. Like she was dealing with it and she's seen a tree. Mm-hmm. So now she knows what it means. What did you guys see?
What did you guys see while you were meditating?
Right. And again, if you get the feeling that when you're going through this, you got a channel, keep pen, keep paper, keep drawing, keep art supplies, whatever it is that you do in order to get the information out. If you're listening, literally get it out. Automatic writers. There's all kinds of things that can actually help you out. So I mean, it's just, I love it. So let's see. I constantly see, what do I see? I see a lot of different animals. My husband actually was a hawk, but lately I'm very connected to crows, and that's what it is. So crows are like a strong connection to me. So what do you guys have out there? What are your spirit animals that are there to actually assist you? Because I have a couple of books over here, and if you guys did see any animals, because I know somebody was asking me about a particular animal before. So if you guys could let me know what your animal is.
Oh wow.
Yep. Sorry.
Just checking.
All right.
Now I've had a strong connection with dolphins for some reason when I'm meditating in the tub.
Ocean.
I hear a lot of the clicking, like the sounds. If you're familiar with
Yep.
dolphins.
Yep.
Whenever I submerge myself, and now this is in my bathtub. No, I'm not physically in the, like you say, in ocean. It's connection to ocean, yes, but I'm hearing it while I'm under the water.
All right. Well, here we go. Okay, since we're here, we're healing. Let's find out what dolphins actually
What are they
mean.
trying to tell me while I'm meditating?
Now, again,
What it
this is the Native American tradition,
Cheryl feels
not
a wolf
the
and
Celtic.
raven.
A wolf and a raven. Ooh. Okay, so the dolphin. Although they actually live in the ocean, dolphins are actually mammals. They are capable of swimming 40 miles an hour, can actually dive up to 300 feet. But they must come up for air every couple of minutes. These animals are extremely intelligent, social, communicative. And in the captive, they form friendships with humans. Their remarkable sonar ability enables them to locate objects by sensing the vibrations. So dolphins have been used by militaries and scientists research in underwater tracking missions. People who have the dolphin as their spirit helper are curious, intelligent, intuitive, awfully developing deep into the subjects that actually interest them. You work off vibration. You read energy. That I can actually already tell you. Intelligence, communication, spills, curiosity. Now, the ancient Greeks saw their dolphins as messengers of the gods and believed it was unfortunate to actually kill one. The dolphin was especially sacred to the Greek god Apollo. Early Christians considered it a symbol of salvation. Sailors often reported dolphins swimming alongside their boats, so it may be these actual gleeful or they're very vocal creatures, and that's where some of the tales of the mermaids and the sirens came from. So, all right,
so Gina missed everything. Gina, you can watch again, honey. You know that.
Yeah, no worries.
Right. And then Esther said a white wolf and drawn to owls, which
so all right, what did we get in what was the first one?
Wolf.
Yeah, it was
White wolf.
What did
Wolf and Raven. Cheryl was Wolf and Raven.
Cheryl was Wolf and Raven. Well, let's see which one comes up first. You know what? It's after you have to keep talking when you do this.
I'm sorry.
You gotta keep going because it's radio.
An owl and a raven.
Okay,
so
let's get.
And again, you guys, you can journal this down too. Save it for next week.
Definitely.
We never know if we touch you. We kind of go back and forth with a lot of different things to help everybody out.
Oh, we do. Now the wolf. Although many people believe wolves are vicious, ruthless killers, quite the opposite is true. They are known not to attack humans and don't fight with each other unless there is no way to avoid it. Hungry wolves will kill livestock at times, but they generally don't prey on weak, sick animals. Mostly deer and rodents. Their hearing and their sense of smell are highly developed, extremely intelligent, and social wolves are playful and affectionate animals. They usually mate for life. Wow. And are devoted to their families. These animals live by a strict codes of conduct and subscribe to hierarchy, a social structure basically within their packs. Once common thought in North and Central America, the number of wolf species are now endangered, which is a problem. Now, people who have the wolf as their spirit helper often have the strong need for freedom. Though they also respect authority, these individuals are generous. They are generously and nurturing, holding family and tradition of high self-esteem. Some of them are quite adept at communication. Many are very intuitive. Although wolf people may possess great strength and endurance, they rarely engage in displays of bravado, are more likely to walk away from a fight than to provoke one. Devotion to family, loyalty, and intelligence.
And that makes sense. Now, if you think about it,
right.
That you can kind of see those characteristics in humans, and chances are that those are the people that are going to have those wolf guides.
Right.
You're naturally a family person. Some people aren't. Some people come from big families. Think of a wolf pack.
Yeah, in this book, there's no raven. What were the other two? Raven and owl. There's an owl in this one. I have to look up raven in the other one. There's no raven in this. This is Native American tradition book. This is different. Although the crow is very close to the raven.
And Gina had actually an opportunity to house a wolf, it looks like. She said, and it's true, they're very,
Well, the crow is very close to the raven.
Yes.
Is that what she's talking about?
No, she's talking about having an actual wolf live with her. She's cared for a wolf before.
All right, so let's get into the owl aspect, which I know is knowledge. That's actually 154 in this particular book. And again, I've got a couple. Okay, So there are many species of owls in North America. They have large sensing eyes, keen hearing, enable them to fly and hunt at night. Their nocturnal nature makes them seem mysterious to humans. General solitary, owls live alone or with a mate, roosting in high places, trees and rafters, buildings, towers, and steeples. Owls are caring and protective towards their young. While the female sits on the eggs, the male brings her food. When these birds hunt, they demonstrate the same deadly accuracy as falcons and hawks. The owl's primary prey are mice and other small rodents, so it can be helpful to learn about the other animals in order to understand your shadow side. because owls are considered a shadow side. People who have the owls as their spirit helper often intrigued by hidden knowledge, mysteries, and secrets.
Wisdom.
Yes. Usually they are quite intuitive in the known. Others. Some owl people may be loners and prefer reading and studying to socializing, and many are at their best during the nighttime. Often they are brave, independent, adventurous pioneers and visionaries who need freedom to pursue their life quests in their own ways. This is, and again, it's extreme. They can be aggressive risk takers who reject the company and help from other people. They're also clairvoyant, wisdom, and they are precision.
Does that sound like you, Esther? Do you seem like a person?
All right, so then we needed a raven, right? So you keep talking, I'll look for a raven.
Well, you know, you more do stuff for yourself, you know. I know a lot of people that are like that. They kind of like, I just do it myself to get it done the way it needs to be done.
Kind of like me with the dishes in the kitchen.
Yeah. That type
of,
you know, approach would make you, you know.
All right, raven. Also study crow. See, I told you, a raven and a crow are very similar.
Yes, they are.
And really, if you want to know about the raven, you might be about the crow. So her raven could be a crow, because that was my first instinct. But we'll see what this actually says. 325. 325, we gotta keep talking,
90 seconds.
90 seconds, we might not have time for this.
Yes, both of those sound like her. Definitely have both characteristics.
Yep. Okay, 325, I'm gonna try real quick. And as I'm looking this up, if we have time, I'll read it.
Yes.
If not, it's not on that one.
This week, we got no mystery guest, right?
We have no mystery guest this week.
Reading Tuesday,
yeah, we have Reading Tuesday, and we are actually going to be physically working on your gifts, your clairvoyant gifts.
Okay.
There's going to be certain things we're going to be working on it. There's like 6 things that we can do to help you and work, and we're going to work through it. We're going to work through meditation, visualization. We're going to do it all, so you don't want to miss that show.
Yes,
you don't want to miss a moment. And thank you so much for staying tuned.
We love
Peace
you
out. We love you.
We'll
and now I get to clean up my mess.
Yay!